In today's news, lady complains that fresh ground beef weights aren't exactly a pound to the decimal. Unlike the rookie apprentice in a store meat department run by 30-plus-year pros, they're good at being meat guys. When they grind our burger, individual trays typically weigh between 0.95 to 1.10 pounds, give or take, with some outliers in the 0.80s. Today a lady was digging through all our packs of ground beef on display looking very dissatisfied, so I asked her if I could help her. She said, and I'm quoting, "I'm trying to find 1 pound of beef, but the closest I can find is 0.98. The recipe calls for a pound. I don't understand why you do this. See, there's all this extra room in the tray for the extra little bit." Why, it was hard not to laugh. I was just bringing out a fresh cart of burgers, so she had more options, settling on 1.03 pounds, but as she searched I tried to explain. We don't exactly weigh each tray as it's ground, but the meat cutters do their best. It's all by eye. I think she actually understood for the most part, but she definitely left slightly dissatisfied with her purchase of beef that wasn't a perfect 1.0000 pounds on weight.
Girl gets followed around my retail store. I, 24M, work in an apparel store. We are very busy this time of year. Today, while making sure guests were finding things all right, I noticed this boy who suddenly notices a girl and decides to follow her. This girl had a total RBF. She would turn down different aisles and he would follow. Eventually, she left the building and I promptly stepped in his way to keep him from following her and her family. Aren't toddlers adorable? To clarify, the girl was about 3 and the boy was about 2. The boy really wanted to play. It was adorable. The girl also had her own toy shopping cart with her. I thought you all could use a wholesome Halloween trick with this short story. Happy Halloween. A tape, thank you all for the votes and the awards. I never expected this much attention on this little story. I hope you all had a happy and safe Halloween and that you have a happy and safe rest of your year.
I decided to be nice to the rude customer. I am working as a cashier and naturally, you get to meet all kinds of people on the job. It was near the end of my shift and I've had some especially nice customers. So I was in a pretty good mood when dude bro arrived. Anyone could immediately see that he was pissed. He comes up to me and just slams his items down. I ring up his items while he mumbles under his breath. His total comes up to approximately €9. He hands me a €50 bill and says, "Give me the tenors." Being the helpful fool that I am, I ask him if he would prefer for €10 or to 10 and 120. His response, "Yo," I said, "give me the tenors." Me feeling a bit sassy. Yay, communication can be difficult at times. Him, "What did you just say?" I decided to leave it at that because I didn't want to risk an escalation, or my good mood for that matter. Nude bro picks up his things, and while doing so drops the 2 €10 bills without noticing. At this point I am just staring at him, while my shoulder devil and angel started a violent cage match, and he is ranting about some machine in her store not working properly. Sadly, there are no children in line, which might just pocket the money and be happy about it, but instead only to nice old ladies who I know will give the money to me, where it will just end up in the registry. So with the guy already going, "Why are you looking at me like that? What's your problem?" I point out that he dropped his money. He goes silent, picks it up and leaves. For the rest of my shift I debate whether he deserved to lose the money, but done is done, until the next day, where he shows up again. He was paying at another registry and seemed to be less angry, so I just ignored him until he showed up next to me after paying. He actually came back to apologize for his behavior the previous day because, and I quote, "I was so angry and mean, but you still told me when I dropped my money." I thanked him for apologizing and he went on his way. I felt fucking amazing for the rest of the day, and to this day, it is one of my favorite customer interactions I've had on the job. If I'd been in a worse mood that day, I probably would have kept silent to punish him for being so rude, but I am very glad that I didn't.
But it's a power bar. Back in my retail days, I once had a customer try to return a power bar. An extension cord with multiple outlets, often with surge protectors. She claimed it didn't work, so I tried it out. I plugged in a nearby lamp and it worked just fine. Despite this, she kept insisting it didn't work. This was getting weird. So I asked her to show me how it didn't work, because it worked just fine for me. She plugged the lamp into the power bar and plugged the power bar into itself. The look of triumph on her face when the lamp did not light up was really something to see. It took way too long to explain that the power bar does not, in fact, make power. Once that sunk in, she demanded a full refund on the power bar and would be bringing back the television she'd bought with it. Her plan had been to run the television on the power bar to save on electricity. At no point did she seem to see any humor, irony, or sheer idiocy in any of this. Never would have believed people like this exist if it weren't for working retail.
Check out my other incredible videos.